Is this thing on? Mic check, mic check. I think we good. I think we good and ready. Can you hear me? Am I loud and clear? Let me pull this a little closer to me. There we go. I think we good. Levels look good. Notifications going through fine. All right. Chat box up. What's good? It's hump day. Hump day, people. Let's get this thing rolling. Let's get this thing rolling. We got football tomorrow. NFL football tomorrow. Hey, it seems like forever since the last time we saw games that mattered for the NFL. Like, it's the NFL offseason, and I know people got to recover and they need their time to rest, but it seems like the NFL offseason is long, long, long. Even though we have stuff going, like soon as the season's over, we got draft, then you got OTAs, then you got free agency and all that stuff, and the actual season of news never really stops. But seeing actual bodies on the field in games that matter, that gap between that is a long time. But I understand you need an off season because you can't do that year round. Your bodies can't take it. So, but I'm just happy to have some football, some meaningful football to watch tomorrow and this weekend coming up. Because honestly, college football set the tone Saturday for the NFL season. That what was going on in college football, and not just with Colorado, with Caleb went out there and threw for 450. Mike Penix threw for 5 touchdowns. Bo Nix, what he did up there in Oregon, it's a lot of teams that's going to be at the bottom of the NFL. Going to probably get a really good quarterback. It's going to probably be a really, you might have 4 or 5 quarterbacks go first round this draft coming up if they continue to produce at the level they did. But we'll see. We'll see. So what we got going today is we're gonna talk about my picks, my week 1 picks, and I got a spreadsheet, well, not a spreadsheet, but a sheet that I'm gonna put on the screen, and we're gonna kind of talk about that as we go through. If you don't know, the schedule's going to be altered a little bit starting Sunday. So we still will have 3 Ravens dailies weekly, but instead of it being Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's gonna be Sunday. Probably an hour and a half after the games. It depends on, I want to watch the pressers and kind of get some notes and get my thoughts together before I go live. So the call-in show after the game will probably be 45 minutes to an hour after the game is over. Then we'll have our Monday wrap-up show. Then we'll have a Tuesday wrap-up show. And then, we'll start to get ready for the next week. So we'll still have the 3 days a week. Instead of it being Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it'll be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and with the Sunday version being after the call-in show. Now, whenever we play night games, no call-in show afterwards. No. So if we play Sunday night, Monday night, Thursday night, Wednesday night, Tuesday night, ain't no call-in show after that. Forget that. I'm going to bed. All right? But just wanted to inform y'all of the different changes that's going on, right now. So let me shout out the Noti gang that's in here and send some shout outs to everybody. So let's see. Noti gang first. Bazel was first with the Noti gang. What up, Big Reg? Matt D, T Sizzle. What up, Kinfolk, C Iron, Bay Raven, Hendo, Rogue Pod. I see you. Let's see who else we got in here that I hadn't seen in a while. Rave Kingdom. A frequent caller every day, Jeremiah W. Football Eve. Rookie Cats with the Noti gang. I see you. Better late than never. But like Dre say, never late is better. Who else we got in here? Killer Cam, what's good? What's good? What's good? Pinellas, Lisa, I see you. Yolanda, appreciate you guys for coming through. But let's kind of get on into this, my picks for the week, because I got something I'm kind of working on over on More Sip the Talent. So let's get these picks out the way and show you what. Now, I want to preface this. Don't take these picks and go spending your money on these picks and lose and come looking for me. Nope, don't do it. Somebody asked me about my picks the other day, so I'm going to give them. But I am not beat the spread man or do what you will with your own money. All right? Don't bring that energy back over here. You do what you do with your money. But I'm just here to tell you what I think is going to happen. Am I going to pick some of these people? Probably. Am I going to pick all of them? No, indeed. I ain't built like that. So, but let's get into my picks for week 1. And this is probably going to be a weekly thing because I like this sheet. And I found it last year, and I started to incorporate it last year. But this year, I'm from the jump, week 1, it's probably going to be a weekly thing on Wednesdays. So this is week 1, and it'll be going forward from here on out. All right, let's get into it. All right, week 1 versus the spread. So what I'm going to do is, this is going to be twofold. It's going to be twofold. I'm going to highlight the team that I think is going to win, and then I'm going to come back and make the pick versus the spread. So if you do money line type stuff, I'm just highlighting the team that I think is going to win first, and then I'm going to double back and do my pick versus the spread. What up, Nerone? Yeah, I had to hit him with that disclaimer. See, Iron, don't come looking for me. I ain't got it. I'm broke, baby. I ain't got it. So let me get my marker up here. First up, Kansas City and Detroit. Y'all know I'm on this Detroit. Like, I think Detroit going to fall off the cliff. I don't think they're going to be as good as people think they are. That's just where I'm at. So I got Kansas City winning this week 1 game. And again, I'll come back and do my pick versus the spread. But just for a straight up winning the game, I got Kansas City. All right. Next up, Atlanta and Carolina. I think, nobody in this division had a winning record last year. And so division games for this record is going to be extremely, extremely important. And I think Atlanta starts off with the victory over Carolina, even though the Carolina team I think you're going to see Sunday won't be the Carolina team you see in November and December. I think they'll be a lot better by then. All right, next up, Cincinnati and Cleveland. Now, I was filling this sheet out earlier, and earlier I had picked Cleveland. That was before I got the info that Joe Burrow is probably playing week 1. And so I quickly changed that to Cincinnati. Why you won't pick my C? There we go. Quickly changed that to Cincinnati. All right. Next up, Jacksonville to Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson's first thought. It's gonna be versus a pretty tough Jacksonville team. I'm gonna go Jaguars on that because they got some offensive firepower that's gonna be tough to deal with for the Colts. I'm really excited to see what Calvin Ridley does in his first game back in over a year and a half. And before he got suspended, that boy was on track to be one of the demons in the NFL. Boy, he was on track to be a guy. So fresh legs, probably hungry. Can't wait to see what he do. Next up, Minnesota, Tampa Bay. Baker Mayfield is the starting quarterback at Tampa Bay. So obviously, we're going Minnesota for that reason alone. We can't trust Baker to do much of anything. Well, he can do some things right. He can sell insurance and make commercials in the stadium. So he can do that right. Next up, Tennessee and New Orleans. This is kind of one of the tough ones to me. But I think New Orleans got way more offensively than Tennessee. I think Carr is, everybody say they got a chip on their shoulder, but I think Carr really has something to prove with the way he was kind of done in Las Vegas. I think he really has an issue with the way he was treated, the way he was kind of pushed out. And so I think Derek Carr is going to light that division on fire. I think New Orleans is going to have a pretty darn good year. So I'm picking New Orleans right here. San Francisco and Pittsburgh. San Francisco, even with Brock Purdy as the QB, still picking San Francisco because that defense is just too much. Arizona and Washington. I'm picking the Commanders over we don't know what to call Arizona right now. It's an S show. If you know what that means, it's an S show. So, it is what it is. Oh, y'all already hit y'all with y'all 25 points too. The people that were in here when we got the 25 likes, I already hit you with your 25 points. So, I was on point. I was on duty today. All right, next up, Houston and Baltimore. Obviously, I think we're gonna beat Houston. So we can do that one. No need to kind of talk about it too much. Green Bay, Chicago. I think it's a pretty evenly matched game right here. But y'all know how I feel. And if you don't know, I think Justin Fields is going to have a monster year. So until I'm proven otherwise, I'm on Chicago's bandwagon until I see something different. So I'm picking Chicago right here. Las Vegas and Denver. I don't trust Jimmy G. But how much do I trust Russ? I think Russ is going to cook more than Jimmy G. And I think Russ has a better quarterback. A better coach. I think Russ has a better coach. So I think Denver starts to reroute that ship that was starting to go way left. And Sean Payton just came in and put his foot down. So I like the direction that they going in. They trying to straighten that stuff up and get all the flim flam out and all the extra stuff and just get back to football. And I think Sean Payton gets Russ back on the right track. Next up, Philadelphia, New England. Philly. We don't know what New England's got going on with quarterback. They only kept one, then they picked up two guys that they cut to be backups. That ain't a good sign for a franchise when you're doing that at the quarterback position. So New England probably gonna be in that I ain't gonna say they gonna tank, because I don't think Bill Belichick a tank, but I think they're gonna be in the market for one of them 5 quarterbacks to come out. And if you don't know the 5 names, you need to listen for these 5 names for teams that looking for quarterbacks. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and put me back up here real quick to show you these. Talk about these 5 young quarterbacks. Pay attention to for the draft next year. Obviously, Caleb at USC. Mike Penix Jr. at Washington. Shador threw his name in there at Colorado. Looking at Bo Nix, who done resurgence at Oregon. And who was my 5th guy? Wasn't Jordan Travis at Florida State, even though they pretty darn good. I had a 5th guy. I can't remember who my 5th guy was. Well, them 4 for right now. I'll double back with my 5th guy later on. But those 4 names, potentially first round quarterbacks, and it's going to be a good quarterback class. So if you don't pay attention to college football, this is probably one of the years to pay attention to them 4 guys throwing the ball around like that. All right, let's go back to the picks. Miami and Chicago, and not Chicago, Miami and the Chargers. This is probably going to be one of the highest scoring games of the weekend. Because, much as we hate on the Chargers for Justin Herbert and what he hasn't done as far as winning, he put some numbers. And we know what Miami got with the weapons that Tua got. I think this is probably going to be the best game of the weekend, offensively. I think they're going to go up and down the field, and I think Miami going to win it because they got a little bit more defensively than the Chargers do, in my opinion. The Rams in Seattle, I think the Rams ain't quite back yet. So I'm going with Seattle because they got a lot of young talent. Geno still got something to prove over there. Dallas and the Giants. I don't think there's any way that the Giants can beat Dallas unless Dak Prescott plays for the Giants. And you know what I mean by that. If Dak Prescott plays for the Giants and throws the ball to them, they'll lose. But other than that, I think Dallas has too much, especially defensively, for the Giants. Dallas is loaded on the defensive side of the ball. Loaded. So I got the Cowboys winning that. And then on the Monday night game, and we only got one Monday nighter this year, which thankful, because we used to have 2, and I never watched that second one. But right here, I'm going with the Jets. I'm on the hype train. I'm on the Jets hype train, even though I hope we beat them if we have to play them. But I'm on the Jets hype train. So those are the guys I think that are going to win and or lose. Now, let's do the spread part of it. All right. So, as far as picking against the spread, and for those of you that know how the spread works, this is going to be kind of easy for you. For those of you that don't know how the spread works, I really don't have time to explain it to you, but I hope you do. So, against the spread, Kansas City and Detroit, I'm going Detroit. Travis Kelce, no Chris Jones. I think it's going to be a close game. That's why I'm going Detroit. Atlanta, Carolina. I'm going Atlanta. Cincinnati and Cleveland. Going Cincinnati. Joe Burrow back means a lot. Next game, Jacksonville and Indianapolis. I think Jacksonville will cover that. Tampa Bay and Minnesota. Don't know about this one. I think Baker will do enough to keep the game close. And I don't think Minnesota is going to be good as people think they is. Losing Adam Thielen and Dalvin Cook. Adam Thielen, the name Adam Thielen don't mean a lot. But the situations he was in, you had to pay attention to Adam Thielen. Because even though Justin Jefferson is the guy, You had to pay attention to Adam Thielen. I don't know if KJ Osborne could step in that role from 3 to 2. He did a great job being the number 3 guy, but now he's number 2. Can he fill that role? So I think Tampa Bay keeps that close. New Orleans and Tennessee. Give me New Orleans with 3.5 points. San Francisco and Pittsburgh. I'm taking San Francisco all day on that one. Even though Pittsburgh has an X factor. And y'all know who Pittsburgh's X factor is. Put him in the chat box. Put it in the chat box. Who is Pittsburgh's X factor? I ain't going to even mention his name. But if you've been here enough, you know who I think Pittsburgh's X factor is. Put his name in the chat box. Let's go on to Arizona and Washington. I think the Commanders going to win because... Do I want this 7-5? I think they'll do the 7-5. This is the one I'm scared of. I'm scared of us. I'm going to back up off us for a minute because I normally don't do double-digit spreads, and 9.5 is as close to double digits as you can get. I don't like that number. I don't like that number. Yeah, it's Pickens. Pickens it is. I don't like that 9.5. So I'm gonna come back to us. I think Chicago's gonna cover the 1.5. I think they win by 3 or 7. Denver and Vegas at Mile High. I'll take Denver with the 4.5. Philadelphia, New England, definitely gonna take the 3.5 there. I don't think New England stands a chance. I think this might be the biggest blowout to me. I think Philly's gonna beat the brakes off New England in New England. That's just what I feel about it. Miami and the Chargers. I'm gonna take Miami with the 2.5. So even if Miami wins, you win both ways right there. Seattle versus the Rams. No Cooper Kupp. Definitely taking this. Definitely taking it. Giants and Dallas. Dak be messing stuff up. Even though I like Dak, he be doing some crazy stuff. And that 3.5 is just enough to make you go crazy. But I'm gonna take Dallas at 3.5. Then the Monday night game, I'm definitely taking the Jets at 2.5. So let me make this a little smaller so you can see the whole sheet. All right, that's the whole sheet. Those are my picks for Thursday. The highlighted ones are the teams I think are going to win the game. The check marks are the picks I think that are going to cover the spread or beat the spread. Now, again, look at me. Hold on, look at me. Use your money wisely. Don't take my picks and take them to wherever you take them to and blame it on me. No. Period. Nope. Because I'm probably gonna make about 1 or 2 of these bets. But y'all ask for my picks, and there they go. And I appreciate y'all for wanting to know my picks because I'm kind of a football guy. A little bit. So, again, as far as videos for the rest of this week, I may have something in there in store. I'm thinking about doing something. So it's a question mark on that, but definitely the watch party. Watch party Sunday starting at 12:50 for the game at 1. So tune into that. Go over to More Sip to Tally. I'm starting to put out videos over there, doing my predictions for each conference. So that's coming up. And actually, when I finish this, I'm going to work on my video for today. I got to finish editing it. So be on the lookout for that sometime 6. No, not 6, definitely 7-ish maybe for that. And I think I'll be on with Cole Jackson talking about offensive line on his channel today, starting at 8 o'clock. So at 8 o'clock, I'll be on Cole Jackson's Road Graders channel to talk about offensive line play. And that's all I got for y'all, man. I appreciate everybody for coming through. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. And remember, it's film then more film because the film don't lie, unlike some people. And on that note, we out of here, man. Peace. I appreciate y'all more than you know. More than you know. Boy, don't bet your mortgage with me. I ain't got nowhere for you to stay, cuz. But this was fun. We're going to do it every Wednesday. We're going to do it every Wednesday. Hey, did we get the 50 likes before I close this thing out? Make sure y'all get y'all points. Because ain't nobody said a word. See? Y'all almost missed out on your points. Ain't nobody say nothing. Ain't nobody say, Coach, you got 50 likes. Y'all almost missed out. Might have been almost SOL. Some of them gonna be SOL because they left already. Add. There we go. Now, exclamation point points before y'all get out of here. Check your points before you leave. Check your points before you leave. No Wednesday shows start next week. No Wednesday shows start next week.